escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, there we go, and we're off and ready to go here for the morning's team. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the morning's team show here for Tuesday, December 2nd. We've got NBA on tap tonight with a nice little 6-game card to get us going. We got a lot of college basketball. We'll try to throw in a bunch of games here this morning and a pretty extensive college hockey card as well here as I try to get things started here with the show. The steam's going off, by the way, so let me start getting some numbers to you and get ready to get on top of these moves, or wait until it moves, of course. Hey, how about one to start off the program here? Just in, UT Arlington and Arkansas State. We've got some steam coming in right now on the over in this one. It was 152. We're up to about 153 and a half, 154 here with UT Arlington and Arkansas State to get us rolling. Man, here comes another one right behind it right here. Actually, Arlington here. A quick update. I'm showing 155 and a half at DraftKings, man. This is like a 3.5 point move. Get ready. We are on the move. When there's more college basketball, there's going to be more moves. Keep these bookmakers going. Hey, we know the morning steam is the show of the bookmakers. Hello to all the BMs out there tuning in to me here right now on the morning steam show. Washington State and Bradley. Steam to the under here. Yeah, you better believe it. Steam to the under here in this one with Washington State and Bradley. This one was as high as 156. Right now we're seeing it down to 150. Hey, we're going 152 and a half here right now with Washington State and Bradley. Steam to the under. Let me say hello to some folks before we get another move here. I don't think I can make it through before another one will come through here on this card today. Bobby Mack is here and ready to go. Cash Kane also here. Jake Parma is here. Nuke is ready to go as well. And let's see who else is going to join us. Gooey. Hello to Gooey in there. Nice to have you today. Cash Kane, did I say? And Nuke. Okay, so we got the crew in here. Hey, everyone, like this video. Subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. And Greg Gibson, he's in here with us again as well. And let's take a look and see how we did here on the card for Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed Monday Night Football with us here on the Sports Money Network in conjunction with Razor Sharp Picks. I know I had the under here on the show yesterday, so wasn't great, but was able to get to join the guys a little bit there. We did film VB MMA picks and just an announcement here as we got M the Great in here as well. Just an announcement here that following our show, we will have VB MMA picks right here at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. It'll be on tape delay, but it will be here aired right after me. If you can't get enough of me do have VB and his guest this week, Mr. Electrocution joining us for the card. Art C with his betting preview. He'll be coming down here to for the card from Canada. So our analyst is from Canada this week, and we previewed the betting card for Saturday night in Las Vegas with that big main event with Davalishvili and Jan 2. So we did preview two other fights. So make sure you join us here just a short time from now, about 2.5 hours after this show. Here, 2.5 hours from now, with BB MMA picks right here on the Sports Money Network. Steam play just came in here moments ago. Virginia Tech and South Carolina. We did see some steam to the over in this one between Virginia Tech and South Carolina. This one's up to, wow, didn't see that coming, but nonetheless, are seeing steam move to the over here up to 152.5. Wow. Virginia Tech and South Carolina. All right. So
play.
Here's another move here coming in right now with SIU Edwardsville. They're taking some steam. You got Edwardsville here taking the steam in their matchup today against South Florida. Edwardsville was a 6.5 point favorite, but oh wow, this one's going up here too. Right now they are an 8.5 point favorite here. Edwardsville 2-point move on the road. This team already came in on the over in that game as well. It was 154, and now it's 155.5, 156 or so. Some of the books are open up a little light there. Maybe you can get on it, but the steam is on the over there. But just seconds ago, it was on Edwardsville. It's also one write-in game today, just starting to come up on the boards here. So you might not be aware of this one. North Carolina A&T will be taking on Charlotte here today. This will be game number 671, 672 on your rotation, and the line is just coming out here, and it will be. This was a game, remember, if I'm not mistaken, was maybe it was postponed from the weekend, but Charlotte is an 8-point favorite, and the total here 146. That'll be game number 671, 672, right-in game in your rotation. North Carolina A&T at Charlotte. Charlotte, an 8-point favorite, and the total 146. That line just starting to come out at a few books right now on a right-in game. Steam here right now with Providence. Just moments ago, taking some steam against Fairleigh Dickinson. Providence was a 26.5 point favorite, but they're seeing some steam here right now, and we're seeing this one upwards here of 27.5 or so right now. All right, markets are coming open here. We got an immediate drop here on the markets. All right, trying to continue on here with Monday Night Football. This is about as exciting as this start of this show here was from last night, wasn't it? Gooey says, look, he's got 30 minutes to tip off. I'm not aware of that. I think I've got 90 minutes to tip off. Am I missing something here with GW here? And Terrell says 2 NFL prime times in a row. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, I had the under in that one. Anyways, let's talk about it. Last night with the game between the Giants and the Patriots. The Patriots win their 10th in a row to improve to 11-3 on the season. The Patriots scored on 5 of their first 6 possessions. How about Marcus Jones, the 94-yard punt return for a touchdown, stand-up Baton Rouge, and Drake made 282 yards and 2 touchdowns. Borregales 4 field goals, and he did miss one. But how about Younghoe Koo? He tried to put that chip shot in there and basically ran his foot right into the turf there, and what a joke that was. I mean, how do you let that happen? Here's Murray State getting steamed right now. Currently, Murray State here against Moorhead. They were a 17-point favorite. We're seeing some steam here on Murray. They're up here now currently to 18.5 or so. That's a 1.5 move with Murray State here against Moorhead. Also, Steam came in on that game as well on the over. It opened 156 and is currently 158.5 in that one with Moorhead State and Murray. We're going to get more too, so just stay tuned. It'll be part of the fun today with this very manageable college basketball card. I mean, we know it's heavy, but that's what we get. All right, and let's see what else. Let's see. Anyway, I'll just finish up the NFL there. Like I said, the game was over before halftime, and by the time I came on to join the guys, it was 30-7. But Patriots have gone over in 5 of their last 7 games coming in. The Giants in the first half managed 7 points, but just 90 yards. They've lost 7 straight. And like I said, Younghoe Koo jamming his foot in the ground there. You know, if there was grass, you'd sweep down and you could still get the kickoff there, right? And you'd see it kind of take a divot or something. And if you put enough mustard on it, you could still get it through, but not on the artificial turf. I think we'll still call it, right? I mean, whatever happened, you know, I mean, don't we have good enough technology to put good grass in there? But nonetheless, goofy play there for sure. Giants also fumbled the kickoff in the first half. They had bad special teams for sure in that one. Hello to Trevor Davis. Nice to see Trevor here on in the chat. He says, I did good yesterday. Let me see. I know I did. But let me go over some of the plays here yesterday in the NBA on the morning team. You know, it's funny because we didn't really lose too many yesterday sides, totals. Hopefully it continues here right now. Maybe Ramon's a little bit hot here lately. Anybody following me along the networks here? You know, I do appear on some other channels as well. But make no mistake, my home's right here at the Sports Money Network. And let's see here. Oh, man, AOD is here today as well. There's some steam coming in right here on Tulane and their matchup with Grambling. Hey, how about that? We got Grambling taking on Tulane. Sounds pretty cool. And you got Tulane here was a 10.5 point favorite, but right now they're taking the steam, and we're seeing Tulane here up to about a 12 point favorite, I'd say. And man, some of these books are still a little slow to the draw, but Tulane's up to a 12 point favorite. All right, and let's get rolling here. Let me just make sure I got this right. All right. Hey, you can get more picks from me today over at winnable.com/Ramon. I already have a 7-pack out there of college games. The reason why you want to be with me on these subscriptions, you guys, is I think the subscribers know several of the games that I put out are already on the move. That's what I specialize in. Yeah, I love the handicap. I love trends. I love personnel, but I am an expert, I think, when it comes to at least, well, I don't know if I'm an expert, but, you know, listening to these moves, following these moves. And the way I look at it is when I make my handicap and I've got it, you know, going one way, you know, a side or a total, a lot of totals. I think they're all totals on there, but as long as the game's going to go that way, I'm putting the game out there so we can try to beat that number, and you should be able to beat it too. In fact, hey, if you really are, you know, like I am, a lot of these times now, granted, on the handicap games, you know, I'm on these sides, but for the games I don't bet, I'm middling, I'm in play, any way to keep on earning here, and that's what we do on the Sports Money Network. But you can get those early plays from me. Like I said, 7 plays out there right now at winnable.com/Ramon. So why not subscribe? Use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those packages. Comes to about 41 cents a day if you subscribe for $19.95 a month. Add the discount with the word STEAM when it prompts you. And then I throw on an extra week when I see your subscription in there. We got a nice group of subscribers in there keeping me here on the channel. So if you want to continue to see this show, you better go over there and subscribe at winnable.com/Ramon. Okay, I was about to talk some NBA basketball here, but we do have I'm watching the opening ceremony. I'm watching the opening ceremonies here of the International T20 League from uh, from Abu Dhabi here, I think, right now, or United Arab Emirates. We got a match coming up if anybody cares, but a little 1 month season here in T20 cricket right in my wheelhouse. So something for me to watch when I'm on the air here with you guys. Dubai Capitals taking on the Desert Vipers here after these opening ceremonies get over with. All right. Yeah, NBA. Yeah, NBA last night. What were we talking about with the morning steam show here? Oh, yeah, we had some winners. Let me get into it here right now. We had yesterday here on the show the under with the Bucks and the well, that didn't go under. Come on. Are you sure we had any winners? We had the Atlanta Hawks against Detroit. They were getting 9 points in that one. We also had the Bulls getting the points from Orlando, and they got the cover there as well. We also had a winner here on the show with the Hornets and the Nets game to go under there. There weren't very many unders there, but that was one of them. We also had the over with the Rockets and the Jazz yesterday. They had 258 points in that one. We also had the Dallas Mavericks plus the points against Denver. They won the game by 10 points. They were getting 10 points, and we had the Suns and the Lakers under there. So, yeah, on one channel I went 8-1. On here whatever we are 6-3. So that was a pretty good day there yesterday. And yeah, the bankroll was pretty good. Also, there was some hockey action here that we were involved with yesterday on the morning steam show. That didn't go too well, though. I'll tell you that. But we did have a winner with the Ducks and the Blues game to go under, and that was about it. So win some, lose some. All right. And yeah, we saw some coaching news there yesterday, right, with Lane Kiffin. Hey, how about that yesterday? You know, we talked about, you guys talked about the game here early on with the 11 a.m. start, right? But we talked about that game, and I wasn't even going to preview it yesterday. I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's put that game out there. Both teams are 0-8, and they end up canceling the game because the team couldn't leave because of weather, anyways. So that was funny. But all right. Let's see here. Let's keep it going right now with the show. I'll get started with you guys. I can't wait to talk a little NBA here with you. Let's get going. And we'll start it off. All right, Jermaine, good morning. We're ready to get Jermaine's here. We can start now. All right, the Wizards will take on the 76ers here to get us started on our Tuesday card with the Wizards on the road. They're getting 13.5 or so here right now, and the total 234.5 here in this one. Hey, the Wizards have won 2 of their last 3 games right now coming in. Hello, Washington. No Alex Sart again tonight. He wasn't in there yesterday either, but it didn't matter. The story here might be that the Wizards are on the back-to-back. They turn around here after the win against Milwaukee at home and hit the road to take on Philadelphia here. Washington just 6-13 against the spread coming in. But however, the Sixers are 11-7 against the spread. They're also 5-3 against the spread as a favorite, although they have lost 3 of their last 4 games. They failed last time out in a 142-133 loss at home to Atlanta as a 2.5-point favorite. Andre Drummond is questionable. Paul George is questionable. Embiid is out. And for the Wizards, you got Kispert, questionable. And like I said, Sarr. He is definitely out of this game. Hey, let me hear from you guys in the chat, and when you do comment, you will be eligible to win 1 month of those plays that I offer to you. You can see how I do, and hey, I tell you what, we did well yesterday. I thought on some of the premium plays that I did send out, we swept the board there yesterday with the one card in the NBA that we sent out with the premiums. We also came home with a couple of winners on the college basketball free picks of the VIP. So make sure you're subscribed up to those as well when you go to winnable.com/Ramon. Just at least get the free picks in there. And we did send out couple of winners there yesterday, so check that out as well. Anyway, I'm talking here with the 76ers and the Wizards, and I want to hear from you in the chat here in this one as I get rolling with the show here and talk about these two teams. You got the Sixers here, they're 6-2 to the over as a favorite this season. Washington's 12-7 to the over overall, 10-7 to the over as an underdog. Although I would say that they maybe a little bit more heavy to the over at home. However, 9 of the last 12 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Washington's gone over in 8 of their last 12. Philadelphia's gone over in 4 of their last 5. Philadelphia's covered 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams, including back in November. Philadelphia won 139 to 134, but they were only laying 4.5 at that time. Little did we know. Washington here, 5-12 ATS last 17.
Final.
Get your comments here in this one between Washington and Philadelphia. And here come the plays, maybe from you guys here. Let's see what we got. And it's going to be, there's D-Money in the chat. Good to have D-Money here. And Jermaine, well, no, I don't go to those places, Jermaine. I'm a little more on the down low. I don't want to see me. All right. Let's see here. D-Money's on Washington here. And Greg, he's right. Greg's got an under here. Greg's going under. And let's see. 76ers first half spread. Not to be confused with 6-7. Maxi for 40. Justin's here this morning. Justin, great job, man. Great winning streak right now for you. You are hot, hot, hot. Good job. Robert's on the under here in this one. And maybe the Wizards can get the back door here, says Cash Kane. All right, let's see here. Wizards are tired of getting blown out. Oh, they're tired. They're going to get blown out. Justin's on the over here. I think Justin's hot, but I think I might be on the other side here. Flea Mathis is here today. Thank you. And Terrell says, Wizards under, no player props, possible blowout here in this one. Hey, there's Trevor. Thank you, Trevor. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for your support of me here on the Sports Money Network. And let's see here. Wizards on the spread. Says 9 legacy. And Fernando's here today. He's on the under. And I think that might do it for you guys in the chat. Yeah, EOD talking about the only game yesterday. Every other we hit that one too, I think, with the under. And Tariq, hello, good morning. He's got the 76ers team total to go over here in this one. Yeah. All right. I am on the under here in this one. Justin's on the over. He's been hot, you guys. Trust me on that. But I'm taking the under here in this one with the Wizards and the Sixers here this morning to get things started on the Morning Steam Show. All right, next up, we've got the Trailblazers here taking on the Toronto Raptors. Somebody cooled off the Toronto Raptors finally. They've lost a couple of games in a row here to Charlotte and the Knicks. They've actually failed to cover in 3 straight, but we know they've been hot. And meanwhile, Portland comes in here off of a couple of losses. One NBA Steam move coming in here right now. It is on the over in the game between the Grizzlies and the Spurs. This one got dummied down a bit, and now we're seeing it, it's as high as 235.5. I'm not really seeing the move. I don't know what the I'm going to call that a false move right there. I don't really see the move myself. The line service may see it, but I don't. But that's okay. We'll keep posted on that. I thought it got steam much, much earlier, actually. Okay, here we go. Trailblazers and Raptors. So talking about it here with the Raptors now, 14-7, coming in, and Portland comes in off of a couple of losses here. I think they've just one note. I know we know Will Stein was moving from uh, Oregon to take over as Kentucky's new head coach. I believe they're announcing that officially here within the last couple of minutes here. I don't think it was something, I think it was pretty hot. Oh, of course. Oh, my tweet deck went down. So I'm pretty sure they were announced, it was like informally, but I think officially they might be putting the release out. Okay, let me continue on with this one. Try to reset the tweet deck over here. We can't miss anything that important that might be coming through. All right. In this one, anyway, between the Blazers and Toronto here, Portland has covered 4 of their last 6 games coming in. Toronto's actually covered just 1 of their last 5 overall. Toronto's gone under here in 5 straight games. Meanwhile, Portland's gone under in 4 of their last 6, and 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Toronto is a pretty steady under. So far this season, they're 3-6 to the under at home, 4-9 to the under as a favorite. Even though Portland is an over team, 13-7 to the over, they're just 6 overs and 6 unders as an underdog. So the tendency is when Portland is favored, and they've actually been favored in 8 games this year, it goes over. But when they're an underdog, it's more of a 50-50 proposition. So combine that with Toronto, and maybe that's what's going to happen here. Get your plays here in the chat as well, but I think that is going to be kind of the settling point here, possibly for me. Let's get your plays in the chat. See if anybody agrees. Okay, here we go. VAR is on the over, so there you go. Greg says, doesn't Portland, or he's saying Portland has 4 players out of this game. Holiday out, Thibault out. Those are the 2 key guys that I would probably be looking at. Thibault's been out here for about 2 weeks, but Drew Holiday is definitely out of this game. It was announced just within the last couple of minutes here. We may even see that affect the line here, actually. I'm showing the Raptors have already gone up here to 5.5 right now. And I'm going to take the under here in this one at 231 or so. Give me the under here in this one with Toronto hosting the Trailblazers here. I'm on 2 unders so far here on the morning's team show. Greg says he likes Toronto to rock here today. Toronto, Jacob Podol, he is questionable. And RJ Barrett, we know that knee injury. Going to keep him sidelined. Robert's on the Raptors here. 9 Legacy, Toronto. Terrell says Toronto by double. This is what we used to call a consensus right here with Toronto. Portland is 9-3 to the spread as an underdog this season. I'm going to take the under in this one. All right, it's going to be the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics. All right. Knicks come in 13-6, Boston 11-9. Boston's won 3 of 4, and the Knicks have won 4 in a row. So good form here for a great rivalry coming into this one. Not only the Knicks won 4 in a row, but they've covered 4 in a row. Boston, meanwhile, off of a win at Cleveland, 117-115. They also beat Orlando and Detroit, but they did lose to the Timberwolves 2 games back. For the Celtics here, they've covered 5 of their last 6. They've won 6 of their last 8. Knicks have won 5 of 6 and covered 4 of their last 5. Knicks have gone under in 6 of their last 7 games coming into this one. Boston's gone under in 7 of their last 10, and the series has gone under in 4 of the last 6. Knicks have been an over team for the most part, but on the road, they're 2-6 to the under, and Boston here is coming in here, having gone under in 7 of their last 7 of 11 games here. I'm sorry, let me get this straight. 7 of their last 10. We already said that. Man, I'm on a heater here. Knicks come in 2-1 to the over as a dog. Better just make my pick here in this one. Get to you guys in the chat. See what you have here with the great rivalry game, of course. Knicks and Boston here tonight at the TD Garden. All right, here we go. I know what I'm on, but let's see what you guys have here. Okay, here we go. It's going to start it off with Nate. Of course, got Celtics crush the Knicks here in this one. Come on. A Knicks under here for Justin. Cash Kane is on the Knickerbockers. Nate also likes them to win the second quarter today. And Greg here, he's got a little bit of an over, it looks like, in this one. Jermaine says Boston's played a tougher schedule so far than the Knicks. They also, they've got the not the better record, but here's a Hart double for Justin. And it's snowing in New York, says Barr. Reddy Samedi's here. Hi, Reddy Samedi. He likes the Knicks in this one. So does Robert. And Reddy says, how many? It looks like a lot of Knicks there. Terrell does like this one under here. So does Barr. Celtics 4-9 legacy. And Greg says the Knicks own Boston here lately. And Terrell liking the over there. Okay. Yeah, teams met back on October 24th. The Knicks won 105-95 and covered the spread. Robert's on the over in this one. All right, I'm on it with you guys. I'm taking the Boston Celtics here to win this one over the Knicks. Says 1.5 there or it says a pick 'em there. Boston may be laying a point. The Knicks may be laying a point, whatever the case may be. It's right around there, around a pick 'em. So give me Boston here in this one on the Morning Steam Show. I'll take the Celtics at home in this one. All right, the Timberwolves are at the sad sack Pelicans, or the sad, what's the thing called, you guys, in the Pelican? Let me know. Maybe you can Google it for me. They got a sad one of those. Minnesota coming in here 12-8. The Pelicans are just 3-18 coming into this one. They've lost 3 straight. Minnesota's won a couple in a row here now with wins over Boston and San Antonio. The Pelicans with losses to Memphis, Golden State, and LA, although they have covered 3 of their last 4 here, and they're getting some double digits maybe here at home. That could pique your interest here? No.
Critical notice.
No Zion here. I'm sorry. We do have Zion here in this one. He's probable in this game, but other injuries are notable here for the Pelicans. Murphy's questionable. Hawkins is questionable. Matkovich is out. Herb Jones, he's out of this game as well. So Pelicans do have injury concerns here, it looks like, in this game. Total here at 235.5 here. See what you guys have in this one between the Timberwolves and the Pelicans. Timberwolves are 8-12 against the spread so far this season. They've also gone under in 8 of their last 10 here right now. Pelicans have been an over team. They're 7-4 to the over at home, 12-8 to the over as an underdog. New Orleans has gone over in 6 of the last 7 meetings with Minnesota in the series here. Also, Minnesota's gone just 2-4 ATS in their last 6 games, despite winning 10 of their last 15 straight up. Pelicans have lost 12 of their last 13 games overall coming into this one. But like I said, they're getting 10 and a half here, maybe even right now. What do you have here with this one between the Wolves and the Pelicans? Go to the chat here. All right, let's go. Let's see here. Greg says no Tatum, no Boston. Well, I guess he's going to be going against Boston all season long. Well, hopefully Tatum can get back sometime. But man, I mean, what is there? I don't think there's a timetable, right? Could he be back? In what was it March maybe? D Money on the under here. Justin says over in this one. Johnny Blaze, like in the Pelicans. If they didn't have all those injuries, I might be interested. I know the Sharps are going to be on Minnesota here. Greg here, I think he's on the under here, looks like. And Sadiq Bey says Jermaine to go over in his points and rebounds. Tariq's on the Pelicans here. And Robert likes the over in this one. I'm on Minnesota here to rock over the Pelicans here tonight. I'll take them to win by double digits. All right, and Zion to go over here. Yeah, and look, Zion's in there. I know that's going to be a big boost for everyone here today. Jimmy Butler, by the way, he's got a sore butt. He's questionable for the game here. Just into us here. His status is questionable here for tonight's game. Butler, he's butt hurt. Pelicans can only beat the Clippers, says Greg. Let's go to the Grizzlies here, taking on the Spurs tonight. The Grizzlies come in here at 9-12. Spurs are 13-6. But the Grizzlies have won 3 in a row all of a sudden with a season-high win streak here over hot teams such as New Orleans, the Clippers, and Sacramento. But hey, they won, they covered. That's good news for Memphis. Things have been going pretty bad. Memphis is probably the worst underdog in the league, 2-10 against the spread as a dog. San Antonio, 6-3-1 against the spread at home. Minnesota's a big time under this season, 7-14 to the under overall, 3-8 to the under on the road, and 4-8 to the under as a dog. These two teams met just a couple of weeks ago. It was 111-101. The Spurs got the win and the cover as a 6-point favorite at home. Memphis has covered 5 of their last 6. They've also won those 5 games in the 6 tries. Memphis has won 17 of the last 20 meetings between these two teams, and 11 of the last 12 here in San Antonio. Talk about domination, man. And it's not like the Spurs have been totally Wemby-less over the years. And also they had some okay teams in there. Memphis hasn't been overwhelming. They've been okay, but for whatever reason, this is not a good matchup for the Spurs. But can they turn it around here? I don't know. As a favorite here against the Memphis team that's won a few in a row. Memphis has gone under in 7 of their last 9 games overall. Let's hear from you in the chat, and I'll make my call here between the Grizzlies and the Spurs here in San Antonio tonight. And we'll go to the chat in this one and start with Justin likes the Grizzlies here. D Money says take Memphis plus the points. Robert's on the over here in this one. Justin says Grizzlies on the money line here. And there's Mike in the chat. Thank you, Mike. He's on the Grizz here. And this might be Terrell, this might be a prop. This might be one of those bets, right? A sports book or a prediction market. Hey, some hockey steam. Let's get some hockey steam here. Maple Leafs, Panthers, steam to the over here in this one. Seeing some steam here, and Right now it is, it looks like 6.5s are popping up here in this one with Toronto and Florida with steam to the over in that one. Yeah, we're 6.5 everywhere here, it looks like right now, except a few local books here in Vegas. All right, let's get your plays here. As I'm continuing on right now with the bar. He's on the Spurs -5. Terrell's got a Raptors Spurs. I think it's a money line parlay here. And here is Greg. He's got it right on the number here. Fox over in his points and assists. Greg says no Morant, no Memphis, but man, they've won. They've been winning without him, so you've been missing out there a little bit. Okay. Hey, I'm going to make my call here in this one between the Grizzlies and the Spurs. I'm going to take the over in this one at 231. Give me the over with the Grizzlies and the Spurs. And one more in the NBA. So we just mentioned Butler here. I don't know. Let me see if it's moving the line here at all with this status. It's not a out or anything, but right now, it's going to be the Thunder up to a 12-point favorite and the total 222. The Thunder have won, 10 in a row here right now. They're 20 wins and 1 loss so far this season. Remember, this is 11 Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific here on the West Coast in this one, the late night Peacock game here. So there's an early Peacock game as well, the Knicks and the Celtics. All right, let's talk about this one. What can you say? Oklahoma City red hot coming in, of course. Have been that way all season. They've not only winning, but they're not covering actually here right now. They failed to cover in 3 straight wins over Minnesota, Phoenix, and Portland, but they're favored by double digits and failed to cover. But the Warriors here have failed to cover in their last 2 games. They did beat New Orleans last time out 104-98 as a 9.5-point favorite. Oklahoma City's gone just 1-4 against the spread their last 5 against Golden State. 11 of the last 12 meetings between these two teams have gone over, but the total is 220.5. That's the lowest total by far on the board today. Maybe it could still go over. We know no Steph Curry here in this one. That's the big news, and that might be why the total is kind of down here. It was 220.5, but it's up to 223. So they're still moving over here on this one a little bit. But will we see, will Butler be out of this game too? If Curry and Butler are out, you're missing 47 points, of scoring from that lineup. Jackson Davis is questionable. Horford is out. Draymond is probable. And for the Thunder here, Caruso, he's out. Dort is out. Hartenstein is out as well. That's a lot of players out. We got some steam here right now in college basketball on New Mexico State. New Mexico State, this one's being played in Katy, Texas. New Mexico State was a 2-point favorite. They're moving a little bit higher here right now in this one. Currently, New Mexico State is up to a 3-point favorite here. That one being played in Katy, Texas. All right, let's see if you got your plays ready to go with the Thunder and the Warriors here. National TV game, but missing some stars. Let's go to the chat in this one. Here we go. Greg will start us off. He's got this one pretty much right on the number here. And let's see. Mike says Warriors plus the number. Jermaine, Warriors team total under. Jermaine says take all of Draymond's props under. And right, well, Mike, the other guys that are coming in will score some points. They probably just won't score 47. but they're not going to play with 3 players out there. Robert here with the over and bars on the over here as well. The popular sentiment seems to be on the over, but I'm a little skeptical of that. Let's see here. Tariq's on the over as well. You guys are all on the over. All right, I better play the side here in this one between Oklahoma City and Golden State. I better stick to the side in this one because you guys really seem to have it here with the over here. So. All right. And for me here, yeah, I'll take the points. Give me 12. I mean, the Thunder failed to cover here. Yeah, the Warriors are missing some figures here, but I'll take the Warriors here to cover this one tonight. And Jermaine says it'll be 140 to 100 or maybe 127 to 95. Jalen Williams to have a big night here, says Terrell. I guess that's a look at the NBA tonight. There's Justin. He's got the under. Somebody's with me on the under here at least. And I think that'll do it for the NBA. Great job, gang. Hey, I've got a lot of college basketball I want to look at. I know we got a big hockey card here, but with so many games today, we've got to look at some of these games here anyway and get some picks here, and we do have the early game, so let's get going. Top of the hour here. Good. Hey, we don't have any Tuesday night basketball. Let's at least have some Tuesday morning hoops out east with George Washington and Army. I mean, you got to, what are we crossing the Delaware here? Take a look at these two here with George Washington and Army. There was some early overnight steam that came in on the under in this game. This one was opened as high as 160 at some shops, and right now we're down to 155 right now. So about a 5-point move here so far overnight in this one with George Washington and Army. That's how long that computer takes to boot up. You better get over and subscribe over at winnable.com. Otherwise, I won't have the notes. All right, we do have a G-Dub here, about a 21 to 22-point favorite here on the road. George Washington comes in 6-2. They've lost 2 of their last 3. However, Army comes in here 3-5, but they've won 2 straight. Army picked up wins here over Fairleigh Dickinson, 81-73. That was that bizarre game that they showed last night on Bad Beats with Scott Van Pelt and Stanford Steve when the 2 teams scored 23 points in the final 45 seconds of the game. Maybe it was a little. I think it's in 115, but then they scored like 19 in the last 45 seconds. The coach got 2 technicals. They were shooting 6 free throws or something in there. And if you had under 151.5 in that one, and it was 132 with 115 left, you had to think you had a winner, but it went over. They also beat Manhattan 81-78, did the Army Black Knights. George Washington lost to Murray 96-95 as a 7.5-point favorite. Before that, they did beat Middle. They lost to McNeese. They did beat Maryland, Baltimore County, and they beat Old Dominion. George Washington comes in here 5-3 ATS. Army's 5-3 ATS as well, but just 1-3 ATS at home. These 2 teams are a combined 12-4 to the over here. Still, it's a big total. And look, I've got the total even wrong here. I mean, it's 155 right now. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's going back up to 156 or so. Maybe just people are seeing. I mean, George Washington 2-0 to the over on the road. Army 3-1 to the over at home. But But let's see here what you've got. If you like this one, I've got a ton of games. So if you don't like this one, just hold on. Hey, LIU's taking some steam here real quick in their matchup today. LIU's taking on Winthrop, and LIU was getting 7.5, but we're down here to 7. We're down here to 6.5, maybe even 6 here with LIU. Steam also came in earlier on that game. Winthrop and Long Island. The steam came in on the uh, over in that game. It opened 154, went up to 156, but probably still right about there, maybe even a little lower, went back down a little bit, but the steam just came in on Long Island just moments ago. Okay, so this one, top of the hour here, George Washington and Army. Like I said, you definitely have about at least a minimum 4-point move here in this matchup between these two teams as far as the total's concerned. And still, Army, a 22-point favorite here on the road in this matchup. And hey, I mean, Army's covered some numbers here at overall this season. The two teams met last year. It was 75-60. George Washington did win at home by 15 points, covering 10 points in that one. Let me go to the chat. I want to hear from you. All right, here we go. Trevor wanted the early games. We've got him, Trev. You know it. Okay, Justin's got George Washington here. He'll lay it. And Army for Trevor. Chosen one's on the over. Greg's got a parlay in there for college basketball. George Washington over for Gooey. And Bar's on the under here. Greg's got George Washington here, and over too. Greg's got the over. George Washington and over for Greg. Mike's going over. G-Dub to smash Army. Man, a lot of G-Dub support here. I think I want Army, you guys. Okay, Tariq's on the over and Tariq's first half under. Sorry about that. Robert's on the over. All right, I can't help myself. I'm going to take 22 points. And you guys come in here tomorrow and tell me, we told you, Ramon. We told you, take George Washington. I'm going to take Army. Feels like that's the public side, too. You guys are sharp. I'm showing the tickets are 4-1 for Army. So, what a square! I was saying loser, but I'm not loser. I'm hot. Only Justin's hotter than me. Okay, here we go. Next up, Charleston Southern taking on Tennessee. This one's at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific here out west. With Martin, a 4.5-point favorite, total 148.5 here right now. Charleston Southern is 5-4. They started the season with 1-3 record, and won a bunch in a row. I think 4 in a row, and then lost last time out to South Carolina, 74-62. But before that, had some wins, including Linwood, IU Indy, ECU as well. Charleston Southern comes in here 5-2 ATS. UT Martin is 3-2 ATS, with coming in off a loss to Southern Miss 70-60, but they beat Prairie View. They also covered against FSU as a 19.5-point dog. They won and covered against Bradley. They are 0-1 against the spread as a home favorite is Martin. Let's go to the chat and hear from you in this one. All right. Charleston Southern here for Justin. He likes Charleston Southern. So does Robert here. Both of you on Charleston Southern here. All right. And let's see any more in the chat. Like I said, these are the two early games here. I've got a big play here with you guys. But you guys have already given it out, so I'm on Charleston Southern here for sure. You guys, give me Charleston Southern. I might even hit the money line a little bit here in this one. I think Charleston Southern is well positioned, as I would say here in this one. The two teams met last year. Charleston Southern won it by 15 as a 4.5-point favorite. Tariq's on Charleston Southern as well, but Greg says Charleston is trash. And Mike, let's see, call him Charlie. Charlie Southern. All right. Yeah, Greg's not a big fan of this Charleston Southern team. I don't know. Look, I think they've got some guys. Okay. A revancha. All right. They got one pretty good player, Bryson. What's his name? Might have to look it up here. Bryson Blaine. Bryson Blaine. Yep. Thank you, guys. Okay, here we go. Next up, we're done with the early. Those are the two early games. Yeah, Martin, right. Yeah, Martin, they really went heavy with that international roster this year, didn't they? So I think that's what's kind of captured the attention a little bit. But, man, from there, those guys are playing a lot of minutes, aren't they? So here we go. Hey, everyone. Oops. Hey, everyone. It's December the 2nd. It's time for conference action here in the Big Ten. We're underway tonight with conference play, okay? With Iowa taking on Michigan State. Both teams come in here 7-0. I thought, is Iowa ranked or not? Did they get? I missed the poll here yesterday. Both teams come in 7-0. Michigan State's a real 7-0. They're ranked 7th in the country here right now. But Iowa, not only are they winning, they're covering big time. They're 6-1 against the spread so far this season, but this is their first true road game coming in. They've covered against GCU at home. They covered against Ole Miss. They covered against good old Chicago State. Covered against Southeastern Missouri. Covered against Xavier. They're hot, covering numbers too. Meanwhile, for Michigan State, they're doing pretty well as well. They've got 4 straight covers here coming in, wins and covers over Kentucky, Detroit, East Carolina, sorry, Pirates fans, and North Carolina. So they come in just 4-3 against the spread after starting 0-3 against the spread with a 3-0 record. But now they're 4-3 against the spread at least. Michigan State is 2-5 to the under so far this season, but Iowa's 5-2 to the over this season. Michigan State's gone under in 2 and 4 of 6 at home. All right, we'll go to the chat here. See what you have here in this one. Iowa and Michigan State. Conference play. Okay. The widely reported steam did come in on the under in this game. It opened at 130, opened as high as 138. And we're all the way down here to 133. I don't know. These teams are looking pretty good. Let's see what you got here. Iowa for chosen one. Cash Kane, Michigan State on the money line. Greg here I think he likes Iowa. I think he likes Iowa in the over here. Justin says take Michigan State and lay those points with Coach Izzo. Robert liking Iowa here, however. And Mike is on the over as well. Tariq is liking Iowa, and Chosen One says Iowa will dictate the pace of this game. And so I guess if that's the case, that would be a higher pace, right? Because Iowa's gone over so far in 5 of 7 overall. All right. These two met last season in I believe, a conference tournament game. It was 91-84. Iowa got the win. Michigan State got the win, and they were favored by 6.5, so they barely covered in that one. All right. I got to make my call here in this one with Iowa and Michigan State. Man, that steam came in on the under. I'm not sure I'm buying it actually here. Give me the over in this one. I got to go over now. I'm fading that steam. You know I'm not always steamy in here. Greg likes Michigan State to win this one. All right. How about Virginia Tech and North Carolina in this one? We already mentioned the steam came in on the over. I'm quite surprised. I'm going to have to update the line here, too, in that game because it's 1.5 and 152.5 now, it looks like. 152.5 here with the Hokies and the Gamecocks in this one tonight. Take a look here at some of their results so far for Virginia Tech here right now. They're 6-2 coming in. South Carolina's 5-2. Tech has lost their last two games too. St. Mary's by 11 as a 5.5-point dog, and they also lost to VCU. South Carolina, meanwhile, is off a win over Charlie Southern. And a couple losses before that to Butler and Northwestern. Speaking of Northwestern, I should say, speaking of Michigan State, we just talked Michigan State. How about Pat Fitzgerald to Michigan State? There was a chance that maybe he could go back to Northwestern, but good on Michigan State. You know what? I didn't mind Smith, but it does seem like Michigan State and Pat Fitzgerald, good move there, Michigan State. Let's hope it works out for Sparty. All right, let's take a look. Continuing on here with this one. These two teams did meet last year, 70-60. The Gamecocks won as a 6-point favorite. They also won by 2 back in 2023. So far, Virginia Tech 3-5 against the spread, 1-2 against the spread as an underdog, and 0-1 against the spread on the road. We welcome your plays in the chat.
Final
here in this one.
Steam play.
And let's you guys are all over George Washington. If you haven't bet yet, stop, because a move is coming in. Steam move right now on Army. You're going to get a much better price here on Michigan State, on George Washington here right now. George Washington is down to 20, and could we see it go to 19.5 here right now? The steam is coming in on Army right now here on the morning steam show. So just want to caution everyone, because that was a hot mover here. The total's even dropped further down to 154 at circa right now. So big move here to Army in that game. All right. South Carolina is 5-2 to the over this season. They're 4-2 to the over at home. Tech is 2-1 to the over as an underdog, but 0-1 to the under on the road. And let's see here if I can tack any other information on, then I'll make my call, but I'll go to the chat first, see what you guys have here in the matchup between Virginia Tech and South Carolina here. Let's go to the window and see what we got. Okay. Oh, thanks a lot, Terrell. Appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Iowa 25th in the coaches poll and unranked in the AP poll. Good. Thanks, Terrell. And I did a lot yesterday. I don't know why I didn't get to the poll there. VAR is on. Michigan State in that other one. Hey, welfare looking as Nocha. Forget Noka. I'm sure I'm missing this somewhere. I'm sure there's some kind of word in there. Iona Incarnate Word Cancel out Iowa. Michigan State over parlay pieces. Thank you, welfare looking. You're a welfare looking Asnoka. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Am I going to get in trouble? Are they going to kick me off YouTube? South Carolina here for VAR. And Greg here, he likes, I think he likes South Carolina here. And also South Carolina here for Robert. South Carolina for Kane. South Carolina for D-Money. Wow. Yeah, Terrell, you know what? I mean, it still could have been. Look, another situation where a coach got, prematurely fired, right? Felt like Fitzgerald, probably no real true wrongdoing. I mean, this guy turned Northwestern into, I'm not saying he turned them into anything other than a tough team to play every week, but maybe people were a little bit hesitant or reluctant to get back involved with him, but did seem like he should have had a job somewhere in there, didn't it? Yeah, you're right. Okay, and all right, and now Tommy Bums. Now, what happened to welfare looking? I kind of like that. All right, VTech, South Carolina. I got to make my pick here in this one. And I think we've talked about as much as we can with these two, so I'll get the pick here going. And you guys got your pick in here as well, so I'm going to probably go to the side, actually, I think, here in this matchup between Virginia and South Carolina. Get my notes out here. Because the total, like I said, I had to run it through after that steam came back in because I did not agree. I don't think I agreed with that steam move to the over in this game, but it is a little bit. Seeing it now makes me a little bit reluctant, but I don't think I'm going to back down. I'm going to go to the total. I think I'm going to go to the side though here in this one because of that. Just because of that. All right. For me in this one, I'm going to grab the. I'm going to take South Carolina here. It's one of those where I wasn't ready in that one because I did not see that coming with the total, and maybe we were going to make the total the play here actually, but I'm going to have to go with South Carolina here. I might be having a little bit of regret. I don't know. All right, Seth went over there. All right, let's keep it moving. I've got a lot of college basketball here. Hopefully we're doing a good job. Oklahoma and Wake Forest here in this one. We got Wake Forest a favorite here by 4.5, and the total in this one looks like 159.5. The steam came in on the over. Let me take a look here. It might actually be a little higher here at this point in this one with Oklahoma on the road taking on Wake. All right, for Oklahoma here, coming into this one with a 5-2 record. Wake is 6-2. It's still 4.5. Still 159.5 or so. Both teams have won 3 in a row coming in. Oklahoma with wins over Oral, over Alcorn, over Marquette. They didn't cover any of those games. They were favored in those games. Oklahoma is 5-2 straight up, 1-6 against the spread so far. 0-3 against the spread on the road. 0-2 against the spread as an underdog. Meanwhile, for Wake, they are a break-even proposition ATS, but they're 2-4 against the spread as a home favorite so far. They beat Northeastern by 13, did not cover. They beat Campbell by 48, was a cover. Beat Memphis by a point here, but did not cover 2.5, and did not beat. They lost to Texas Tech on the road, 84-83, but did cover 9.5. So Wake's had some mixed results ATS here so far. I'm probably going to the side in this one, but let's hear from you in the chat between these two. Oklahoma's 2-4-1 to the under so far this season. Wake is 5-3 to the over so far. All right, and I'll make my call here. I want to hear from you in the chat. in this one between Oklahoma and Wake. First off is OU for Justin. And Greg here, he's got Wake to win this one. Right on the number, though, pretty much there. Tariq on Oklahoma. And Tommy says he thinks Iowa's going to be tough against Michigan State, and watch for Iowa State versus whoever, I think is what he said there. Thank you, Tommy. Okay. Is that my man Tommy in there? All right. I'll make my call here in this one between Oklahoma and Wake Forest here tonight. And I think for me in this one, probably going to be on Wake Forest here. I'll lay the 4.5 with Wake tonight against OU. Give me the Deeks in this one. And Greg says Deeks are money. Mike is on OU. All right, next up, I'm going to go to this one here. We already talked about it a little bit with that steam that came in on New Mexico State. Just look at the two records of these clubs. I think it might be worth taking a look at here on Tuesday with South Alabama on the road taking on New Mexico State. I better update that total there now, or that spread now that it's 3. And the total here in this one is 136. I'm actually going to switch it back to 2.5, actually. Seeing a little bit of buyback, actually, with South Alabama in this one right now. So still, nonetheless, you got New Mexico State here going to be favored, but both teams with real strong records so far this season. Right now, South Alabama coming in here with a 7-1 record. New Mexico State, meanwhile, comes in with a record here of 6-0. Like I said, this is a neutral site game being played at the Merrill Center in Katy, Texas. New Mexico State here comes in, been winning and covering. They're 4-0 ATS in their 6 games so far. They've had a couple of non-Division I opponents. South Alabama, meanwhile, despite a record of 7-1, they're just 3-4 against the spread so far this season. New Mexico State is 2-0 against the spread as a favorite, and USA is 2-1 against the spread as a dog here. USA 2-1 to the over here as an underdog. The USA also coming in off a win over UTSA 82-58 as they covered 1.5 by blowing out San Antonio on the road. I lost that one big time. USA lost to UAB 80-72 as a 7-point dog. Just missed a number in that one. They also covered in a win against Jacksonville State. So let's see what you have here in this one with South Alabama and New Mexico State neutral site game here. Don't forget. And let's go to the chat. Anybody here with me on this one? Greg says he's right on the number here pretty much, but he's got an over there, I think. Mike is on New Mexico here, New Mexico State here in this one, and so am I. I've got New Mexico State. I will chase that steam. Give me the over here in this one with New Mexico State over South Alabama. I definitely like New Mexico State in this one. All right, Var likes the over there. And Robert likes the over as well. All right, you guys. Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, the steam's been on the over here. I'm not sure, though. Tariq is on New Mexico. And Seth, I think he's saying over 140 there. Thank you, Mike. All right, let's get into some big boys now with Florida coming in, taking on Duke. The champs are 5-2 coming in. They're ranked 15th in the country. Duke is undefeated here so far and looking every bit the part of 8-0, 6-2 ATS, 3-1 ATS as a favorite. Florida's 5-2 straight up, but 1-6 against the spread, although they are 1-0 against the spread on the road. Florida came in off of win over Providence, 90-78. They lost to TCU, remember, 84-80. For that, they smacked Merrimack, and they beat Miami by 14 as a 10.5 point favorite at Miami earlier this season as well. For Duke coming in here, they did fail last time out against Arkansas, 80-71 as a 12.5 point favorite. They have been taking no prisoners in those games against weak teams. They smashed Howard, they smashed Niagara, they smashed Kansas. Half kidding there, because they did smash Indiana State, beat Kansas by 12 as an 11-point favorite here. See what you got, though, Duke and Florida here. I know there is some injury notes that people are going to be interested here in this one. Right now it's 8.5, 157.5. Alex Condon, he is probable in this game, the Florida forward here. So let's see what you have here. I'm probably going to the side in this one, so I want to hear from you in the chat. With this a good game here, Florida at Duke. Duke's won 20 straight games at home. Florida 17-2 straight up in their last 19. Duke's gone under in 5 straight. Florida's gone under in 5 of their last 6, but Terrell says track meet, go over. I can't disagree with that, actually. Do the spread on Duke, says 9 Legacy. Mike takes Florida plus 8.2. Robert's on Duke here. Tariq says Duke and the over. Ready Samedi's ready for some hockey. Justin likes Duke and the over here. And thank you to Mike. Thank you to Mike in the chat. Yeah, I mean, it's not about me. It's about your guys' plays, too. I like to present the lines, make sure we're on top of it, get to this steam. And, hey, I like to make some picks, too. Occasionally, we win them all there. I was bragging on the show. I was like, hey, man, we went 8-1 in the NBA today. And hopefully nobody remembered going 0-7 in the NHL last week. All right. And I better make my call here on this one with Florida and Duke. One of the featured games of the day here so far. It might be a kind of a college basketball day. Yeah, we got the, Knicks and the Celtics. I get that, but I'm taking Duke. I'm taking Duke to roll here. Give me Duke over Florida today. Duke by double digits for me. I think Duke, I don't know. I mean, I think Duke is probably, I got a lot of great teams right now. Duke's not number one. I get that. And we've got several undefeated teams here so far. I know that, I still think Duke is kind of the team to beat right now this season, but Michigan's looked incredible. Purdue's looked strong. Iowa State's even up there right now. You still have Gonzaga and Houston with 1 loss. Louisville's undefeated, Arizona's undefeated, even Vandy's undefeated. Don't forget about Connecticut. All right, Mike was with the over here in this one. I'm going to take Duke. Hey, Missouri and Notre Dame is next here in this one, and you got Notre Dame here. I think they've moved to a favorite here, actually. Let's see what it is here. I've got it. Yeah, -2 right there on screen. It might even be 2.5 here right now, and maybe the total's dropped. 2.5, maybe 1. I want to say right here 149. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. Missouri comes in 8-0. Meanwhile, Duke comes in here with a record of 5-3 currently. Hey, there's some steam coming in on a game tonight with Pepperdine in their matchup with Abilene Christian. Pepperdine was a pick, but they're moving here higher here. The Pepperdine might be a 2-point favorite by now, by the time I can get over there and check it out. Yeah, Pepperdine 1.5 or 2 at Circa right now. Steam came in on Pepperdine just moments ago. So for Notre Dame, they've been alternating wins and losses. They lost last time out to Houston on the road, 66-56, but I think they got the money there in that one. Meanwhile, they also beat Rutgers 68-63, failed to cover 6.5. They lost to Kansas as well. Here's some steam coming in here real quick. Nicholls State and Creighton. We're seeing some steam to the over here in this one at 142.5. This one opened higher, so this one got dummied down a little bit. Now we're seeing it go over here with Nicholls State and Creighton. It's up to 144, but that was kind of the original line, actually. In fact, the send-out was 147.5. Usually in games like that, those are ones I do like to chase it. I won't say that right now, but also Creighton got steamed earlier at 18.5, and they're 19 or so. I think we were on the air right when that Creighton's team came in. Let's see what you got here in this one with Missouri and Notre Dame here on Tuesday. Missouri 1-0 against the spread on the road so far. Meanwhile, for Notre Dame, they are 2-3 against the spread as a home favorite so far this season. But laying just 2.5 here in this one. I'm probably going to go to the total in this one here after talking about it with that steam that came in a little bit. But I'll go to you guys in the chat and see what you have here in this one between Missouri and Notre Dame. Here we go, chat. Notre Dame for Justin. Bars on Notre Dame. Tommy says he's gone over in the Minnesota game there, I think. Minnesota? Is that right? I hope I got that one right, Tommy. I don't know. I might be missing Minnesota here. Maybe that's Missouri. That might be all right. Seth's going over. Sorry, Tommy. Appreciate you. Cash Cane, Minnesota. Wow. Missouri first half for everything parlay. That I got that one, Tommy. Missouri here for Tariq. Man, that's a lot of Missouri, you guys. Wow. Okay. Robert on the under here. Missouri money line for 9 Legacy. Damon's on the under. And the real Cocaine Bear. How you been, real Cocaine Bear? It's been a long time, right? Are you the remember Cocaine Bear from man? It's good to see you, Cocaine Bear. How about speaking of how about Cocaine Quarterback? You guys into that? Is it on Cocaine? It's on Netflix, right? The story of Owen Hansen, the former USC backup tight end who got mixed up with drug traffickers and spent 9 years in jail. And then got out because of a bad lawyer was exposed. But he still did it. But I mean, because the lawyer was bad, he got out of jail recently. Real Cocaine Bear based on a true, or is he talking about this movie I'm talking about, Cocaine Quarterback? Yeah, it's a true story. He played in the I think he played in the national championship game, right? As a backup, but he got in there. All right, Steve's on Missouri money line. All right, I'm going to the total here in this one between Missouri and Notre Dame. And for me in this one, I'm going to take the over. I'm going to chase that steam. I'm going to take over here with Missouri and Notre Dame at 149.5, right? Or is it 149.5, I believe? Oh, 148 at Circa. Ooh, maybe it is going under, but I'm going over. I've got more college basketball here with UConn and Kansas. Well, I don't know if you got Connecticut in your group of blue bloods, but you probably can put them in there nowadays. They're 6-1 coming in. How about a little steam here real quick? Wagner in their game against Maryland. Wagner was getting 22 points in this one. How about it? Let me look at that. Wagner was getting 22. It's down to 21.5 here. So that's not a big move, but the steam nonetheless coming in. In fact, it's going a little bit even lower here. Call it, 21.5 still. But Wagner taking a little steam. Wagner's only 1-5, and they're playing Maryland here. So I don't know how good it is, but line service is reporting the move there anyway. All right, Connecticut coming in here, winners of a couple of games in a row here right now over Bryant and over Illinois. Of course, they lost to Arizona. They have a win over BYU, and they won and covered. They won against Columbia, didn't cover. They were favored by 33. Columbia is 7-1. Kansas here, 3-1 against the spread at home. They're off 3 straight wins over Notre Dame, Syracuse, and Tennessee. Kansas played a typical Kansas schedule here. They've been covering against Syracuse and against Tennessee here of late. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. It's up to 144 period, 5. Whoops. Fix that here. Right now it's Connecticut 2 and 144 anyways, so bring that line back up here. These two teams are combined 4-11 to the under, but I don't know if that's the way this game's going to go today at 144. Although Kansas is 2-1 to the over as an underdog. Kansas also 3-1 against the spread at home here this season. This is the first true road game for a Connecticut team that's just 2-5 against the spread overall. So let's see what you have here in this one between Connecticut and Kansas here in Lawrence. And I want to hear from you in the chat. Here we go.
Steam play.
Binghamton getting the steam here right now in their matchup today against Lehigh. Binghamton was getting 4.5, but we're seeing a pretty dramatic move here right now, down under 3.5, maybe even lower. This one's at 6 Eastern and 3 Pacific. Right now, Lehigh's down to 2.5. Binghamton just took the steam. Here we go in the chat with this one between Connecticut and Kansas. And Reddy Samedi, remember they bit the tongue. He bit the tongue of the guy in Turkey. If anybody knows the story of Midnight Express, right, kind of similar to that story. If you Google Owen Hansen, even though there's a movie Cocaine Cowboy, you could see his story out there. He was on a media tour here over the last few weeks for sure, telling that story. Kansas here plus 2.5 for Justin. D-Money's on Connecticut. Justin says Peterson might play. Oh, that's breaking news to me, Justin. Let me see what I have as the status here. Thank you for that. Is he questionable here in this one? Okay, as I'm showing him as out, but that was obviously an old update, because how many games has he missed here right now? So that'd be big news, actually, if he could make this lineup today. I'd imagine then at this point, the line hasn't moved. You might want to heed Justin's advice here and go ahead and I don't think this is built into the line with Connecticut being favored. So if Peterson is in this, I think the line will actually shift to at least a pick 'em here. The bar is on Connecticut. Seth is on the over. Cash Kane, Connecticut money line. Robert's on the over here. Steve Elepterian says Kansas money line and over. Cash Kane is on the Jayhawks. And let's see here. Tommy said he likes Connecticut. Mike likes Connecticut as well. Tariq's on Kansas. 9 Legacy's on Kansas. And thank you, Gooey. Sports Surge. Thank you, Gooey. It's not on ESPN Plus or anything. What is Sports Surge? Is that a channel? Whatever. That sounds something I don't know about. Is there something I don't know? Hello to Damon. All right, I'm going to make my call here in this one between Connecticut and Kansas. I'm going to the side again. Hey, you can't pick the totals every time. Even though, one thing I've been told, I kind of take some pride in because I do do so many totals, and I try to think it's my area of expertise. I actually like totals better, right? Because I think the pace of the game is sometimes easier to predict than the winner of the game, especially when it comes down to the spread, right? Because, I guess it's all in the same, but all right. Well, for me in this one, I'm going to take the Connecticut Huskies to win this game. If Peterson's in there, I probably shouldn't give out Connecticut right now, given Justin's information. Not that I would switch to Kansas. I just am not giving out the best line here right now. But if I can say it right in terms of the spot, I guess, other than reciting a bunch of trends, I mean, I'm trying to look at the personnel and what I think is going to happen here in this game. And I like Connecticut. And it'll be reflected in the line if Peterson is in there. I don't know if it'll get me off this game. I do like Connecticut. I feel like this is the type of spot, even though I've been hot, this is the type of spot where maybe my few losses are kind of coming in matchups of top teams like this with a short favorite either on the road or on a neutral site. Everything else, I mean, if you see me laying 30 points, lay 30 points. But this is the one where I've just been a little bit off. But all right, Tariq says a 1.5. See what I did there? No. Real Cocaine Bear likes Kansas. Man, it's good to see Real Cocaine Bear. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've been a couple years, it feels like, or maybe it's only been a year, Real Cocaine Bear. Remember Cocaine Bear? All right. Seth likes the over in that one, and Greg here says KU. He likes KU to win. Look at that. We still got more good games here. I'm still cooking. Georgia and Florida State in this one, with the Georgia on the road here, favored at -2. Total 175. Whoa, hey, this one's gone higher. The steam came in on this one. On this one, it was as low as, let me get it right here. It was as low as 169.5, or up to 175.5 here in this one. Georgia and Florida State. Wow. Full transparency, I bet I have this game. It's gone up. I'm going to take the side here probably in this one. Let me get your comments here. I might have to run that one through the popper again, with the Georgia favorite here on the road and the total 175.5. Georgia coming in here with a record of 7-1. Florida State is 5-2. Florida State's also 5-2 against the spread. They're 1-0 against the spread as an underdog. Georgia's 0-1 against the spread on the road. They beat Xavier by 1 point as a 10.5-point favorite on the road. They're coming in off of a 123-81 win over Texas Tech. Wow. They also lost to Clemson. 97-94 is their only loss of the season. Florida State lost last out 95-59 at home against Texas A&M. They did blast Bakersfield by 30 as a 25.5-point favorite. They also beat Georgia Southern by 26, and they beat Martin by 14 as a 19.5-point favorite.
Steam play.
Got a little steam for you right now. It's on Valparaiso in their game today against Marquette. Valparaiso, look out. I mean, they're a big underdog here, but they're going to try to, I think they're going to try to tempo it up here with Marquette a little bit. Not endorsing this side here, but it has gone down here from as high as 19.5. And we're seeing this one down to 17.5 here at Circa right now. I think it got dummied down a little bit, but Valparaiso taking the steam against the Marquette Warriors. Okay. Let's get the comments here with Georgia and Florida State. Damon's a little behind us in the chat there, I think, but that's okay. Robert here on Florida State. Bars on Georgia. Damn, look at this. Greg likes the under here. Greg likes the under here. He also likes Florida State as a dog. Seth here also. I think that's way under here as well. Greg says Georgia's good at home, but they're on the road here. Tariq's on Georgia. D-Money on Georgia. I think Mike's going to the old bookstore down. Oh, no. He's got Florida State. That was the old F Street bookstore. Anybody from San Diego know what I'm talking about? All right. Damon Waring here on Florida State. And Stop Geo's here. Hi, Stop Geo. Nice to see you there today. All right, I am going to the side here in this one with the Dogs and the Noles here today. And I'm going to take Florida State, actually, in this one, plus those points. I see some folks in the chat with it, and I'm going to take it too. Give me the Noles tonight, plus the points. I'm going to be with Damon. Okay, here we go. Next up. Now we got some blue bloods for sure here with North Carolina taking on Kentucky. Those cats will rock ya. North Carolina coming in 6-1, UK 5-2. But North Carolina's coming in off their first loss of the season to Michigan State, 74-58. UK, meanwhile, has won 2 straight over Loyola Maryland, and they beat Tennessee Tech 104-54. Man, Tennessee Tech, they were getting 37.5 points in that game. They couldn't even cover. Tennessee Tech's got to be near the bottom, right? I mean, I didn't look all the way down the list, but every time we're mentioning other teams, they lose. They beat Tennessee Tech by 50, practically. They did beat them by 50. They beat Loyola Maryland by 42. They did lose to Michigan State. We're talking about UK here. They also lost to Louisville. Remember, on the road, 96-88 is a 6-point dog. They did crush Eastern Illinois. For the Heels here, they were on a winning streak with wins over Radford, NC Central, Navy, and Bonaventure before losing to Michigan State. Maybe they just weren't playing good enough teams. Let's see what you guys have here in this one with UNC and Kentucky. Blue Bloods meet here in Lexington tonight. All right, for me, I'm going to go to the side here in this one, but I want to hear from you in the chat. I've got the Kentucky Wildcats in this one. I know the steam came in on Carolina here originally was. It was as high as 8.5. We're down to 6 here for the most part. I'd hope to get 5. Maybe it'll still go down. I'm actually going to wait to bet it. I have 5 on the screen there, but it's 6 pretty much everywhere. So maybe it's not coming back. I'll probably have to lay 6. But I'm going to take UK in this one over Kentucky tonight. UK's done a nice job, but I got to question the strength of schedule here a little bit. Kentucky hasn't played a great schedule either, but here we go. Okay, I think Greg's on the over here. Tariq's on Kentucky. Greg might be on Kentucky. All right, that might do it with this one. Man, we're almost done here with the basketball, but we got a couple more, believe it or not. Utah taking on Cal here. Utah comes in 6-2. Cal's 6-1. Cal's up to a 9.5 point favorite, actually. 9.5. So a move here on the Bears for sure against the Utes. Cal comes in here 6-1 on a 3-game winning streak. Utah's lost 2 of 3. They're 6-2 overall. Utah beat Ole Miss by a point last time out, they lost to Grand Canyon by 10 points. They lost to Cal Poly by 7 points, and then they were failing against every other team. They failed against Fort Wayne. They failed against Sam. Utah is 6-2 straight up. Utah is 1-7 against the spread. So what are they going to do here? Where they go? They are 8.5-point dogs. Hey, everybody, guess what? Florida State just got steamed. Was it me? Because you guys were all on. Most of you are on Georgia, but not making this up. Florida State right now, they might be moving to a favorite once I got done with them, huh? It's a pick 'em here for sure at some books right now. Steam to Florida State, clear as day right now here on the Morning Steam Show. Who says I don't move the lines? Remember, this is the show that all the bookmakers watch when they're getting ready for work, looking at their lines. They're all tuned into the Morning Steam Show. All right, Damon's on Kentucky here, but 9 Legacy. Oops, that was the other game. We're on Utah and Cal here. Sorry about that. Robert on the under here. And Cocaine Bear, he liked Florida State in that game. Here's Greg on Cal. Damon's on Cal. A lot of action here. Looks like on Cal. All right, I get it. I want Utah. I know they're 1-7 against the spread, but I'm taking them here. Give me the Utes at 9.5. I think, I've got to be honest. I think the move has kind of put me on Utah. Everyone's on Cal, man. Everyone's on Cal. And guess who at 11:03? Let me guess. The president, or is it the basketball game? Can I get that game? What did you say? I got a sports surge. That sounds like some illegal stream. Can't I just go to ESPN Plus or something? All right. I'm on Utah. One more, if I may, in college basketball. It's a conference game. We got to talk about this conference game here. USC taking on Oregon. Okay. It's not a Pac-12. We could get rid of those, saying that every time. We know it, but it's still so funny. Yeah, it's on right here, ESPN. Got to set up my cricket over here then, I guess, huh? All right, USC comes in 7-0, man. They've looked pretty strong so far, ranked only 24th in the nation. Oregon has lost 3 straight games coming in to Auburn, to San Diego State. You can't do that. You can't do that. And also to Creighton. Oregon is 4-3 straight up. Oregon's 0-7 against the spread so far this season. Now, USC is 7-0 straight up, 4-3 against the spread right now, but they do have wins here recently over Arizona State, over Seton Hall. They didn't cover against Seton Hall. They didn't cover against Boise. They didn't cover against Troy, but they won all those games. So can they win here at Oregon, who has not even covered the spread yet this season? Let's see how you guys have it here. USC is 0-2 to the under on the road. I think I want to go to the total here in this one, actually. And I'll see what you guys have. And then the basketball segment is over. All right. See what you got in the chat here. Thanks, Robert. Yep, there it is. I appreciate it. I'm on it. Okay, Greg here. Johnny, Oregon money line. All right. I'm on the over in this one. Give me the over tonight with USC and Oregon. That's it. Appreciate it here. Good job, guys. That was a lot of college basketball games. We're going to try to expand the menu here now. We have only 3 sports. We're going to do a little more college basketball, which it's my best sport. I think that's what they tell me. Let's go to the ice tonight. We got a pretty big card, so we'll be here for a few more minutes here. Get your pucks ready. And maybe we can get out of here by the bottom of the hour. All right, here we go. Go to the NHL. with the Senators here on the road, taking on the Habs tonight. Got Ottawa here favored $1.15 or so. Looks like 6 over 15 might be the more accurate price here. I do see 6.5 unders out there, but I think 6 over 15 probably a little bit more mainstream price here in this one. Montembeault, he is definitely in this game here for Montreal tonight. Montembeault comes in here having lost 4 straight before he finally got off that skid by beating the Golden Knights 4-1. He stopped 30 of 31 shots in that game. Still has just a 3.41 goals against and a 5-5-1 record here for Sam coming into this one. Ottawa comes in here 12-9-4. Montreal 13-8-3. Quick steam here, though, real quick. Quick steam. Texas A&M is taking the steam here in their matchup on the road against Pitt. Texas A&M was a 2.5-point favorite, but they are moving higher right now in this one, and we're seeing them go up to 3.5 here. Texas A&M taking the steam on the road. All right, and in this one, you got Montreal. They've won 3 of their last 4 games coming in here right now with wins over Toronto, Utah, and VGK. They did get blasted by the Avalanche last time out, but who doesn't? As far as Ottawa is concerned, they've lost 2 in a row to St. Louis and Dallas. Montreal is 9-3 to the over at home this season. They're 9-2 to the over as an underdog here. Also, the overs come in 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams. And Ottawa has lost 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams overall. Let's see what you have here in this one between Ottawa and Montreal in the chat. I want to hear from you. And we've got here Damon is on Montreal. Robert's on Ottawa. Greg has it 4-3 Ottawa. Ken Mizrahi. Senators get this one easy. Roberts on the over. Bars on the Habs on the puck line. I got to go over in this one, guys, for sure. Give me the over in Montreal and the Canadiens. I don't think I'm going to do any tricky line movement reading here. I'm just going to go with the fact that we still got Montreal gone over in all those games here right now at home, especially. And Ottawa's still a bit of an over team as well. The teams met back on November the 1st, and it was 4-3. Montreal got the win here at home. And Mike is on the Canadiens as well. Johnny 9 Legacy also on the Canadiens money line here. Bruins are on the road, taking on the Red Wings. Look at this. The Bruins are 15-12, playing extremely well here right now. Well, they've won 3 of their last 5, but they were hot with a little winning streak before that and pulled themselves right back up. Meanwhile, Detroit, they've lost 4 in a row. And not only that, Detroit's 4-7 as a favorite this season. Now, they are 8-6 at home, but still, as a big favorite here, minus 200, and you're 4-7. And meanwhile, you got Boston here, 13-10 as an underdog straight up. That seems kind of peculiar. Maybe the Red Wings are going to crush them here tonight, but doesn't seem like it's worthy of a $2 price tag. In fact, it's down to $1.85 for the most part. 5.5 over, minus 20, minus 25 or so. But I'll take it down here to 185 at least. But still, Red Wings, huge favorite. The two teams met just 3 or 4 days ago, Boston won it 3-2 at home. Might be 3-2. Feels like again tonight. Let's see if I can take the under. I think I want to go to the total in this one, anyways. And let's see here. Boston's gone under in 4 of their last 5. Detroit's gone over in 4 of their last 5, but the series is under in 4 of the last 5 meetings. Detroit has gone over in 6 of their last 9 games at home. Boston's won 11 of 16 coming in, and Detroit has lost 5 of 6. But we still have that huge number out there, huh? Okay, give me the under in this one at 5.5 or so. I probably will take 6 under 25 actually, but give me the under here with the Boston and Detroit here on Tuesday. We got some picks from you guys. And Mike says Steam about, yeah, Mike, it was probably let me get the record for you. It was probably the worst day we've seen there for the Steam on Monday. Let me see what it was here. Well, again, I'm just going to give you all the. I don't track the actual number of the ones we give out on the air, but yesterday it was 8 and 11, so it was the worst day of the season, I believe, for the moves for sure. Good call, Mike. You're on top of it. It's been awesome, all season, but definitely a loser there for the Steam yesterday. Funny, I crushed the board and the Steam got rocked. VAR's on the over. Ken needs an injury report with Pasternak. Let me take a look here. Still questionable here right now. Real clean bill of health, though, for the Red Wings here today. All right, I'm on. I'm on the under. I'm on the under. I know that. Okay, 4-2 wings here for Greg. Boston money line from 9 Legacy. Boston and under for Damon, and Bruins plus 2.5 for Cash Kane. Nice. It was the Lightning taking on the Islanders in this one. You have the Lightning on the road here, $1.45 or so, total 6. Tampa Bay 16-7-2. This team is one of if not the hottest team in the league, even maybe hotter than Colorado. Well, I don't think it'd be that hot, but Islanders have lost 3 in a row right now. Losses to Boston, Philly, and Washington. Tampa, meanwhile, wins easily. They're covering the puck line every time. Not only is Tampa Bay here 16-7-2, they're also covered a bunch of puck lines in a row. Remember, I want to say like 0-12 or something as a puck line favorite. They're 5-13 right now as a puck line favorite. Tampa Bay is won 8 of their last 10 on the road. Pretty strong here of late. 7 straight is the win streak. They've also beat the Islanders here in 4 of the last 6 meetings at the Islanders. Islanders have gone under in 8 of their last 9. They've also gone under in 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams. Tampa Bay has beaten the Islanders in 4 of the last 5 meetings overall. Tampa Bay has won 5 straight on the road. Let's see what you have here in this one, though, between Tampa Bay and New York. I'm probably going to look at the total here in this one. So let me see what you got first. Vasilevsky and Sorokin. Sorokin is confirmed here in goal today. Sorokin, 7-8-2 with a 2.67 goals against and a 90% save percentage. All right, I want to hear from you in the chat. Let's see what you got. With Cash, Damon likes Tampa Bay. And Cash Kane is on the Islanders, 9 Legacy Islanders. Ken Mizrahi is on the under here. And could the injuries catch up to the Lightning here? Cash Kane says, man, it doesn't seem like it right now, but with this a great streak, but Point is questionable. Okay. Greg here on Tampa. And maybe the Islanders could get a home win here. They're just 5-6 at home this season. Lightning here for Robert, and he also likes the under in this one. Okay. I'm going to go to the total, I think, here as well in this one between Tampa Bay and the Islanders here today. A few more here. Let's see. Cash Kane is on the Islanders, and I think, what is Mike saying there? He likes, yeah, okay. I'm on the under here in this one with Tampa Bay and the Islanders. Give me the under here in this one. Next up, we got the Stars on the road here, taking on the Rangers. Oh, this is easy. Come on. The Stars are one of the best teams in the league here, especially even on the road, right? I mean, not only are they one of the best teams around, but they've been doing it on the road. If you could do it on the road, that makes you strong. And Dallas here coming in with a record here of 17-5-4. The Rangers are 13-12-2, but we know what the deal is with the Rangers and their home record here, 2-8-2. Make sure I get it right. 2-8-1, 2-8-1 here in Dallas, of course, with a very strong record coming in, and 9-1-3 on the road. So you got one team that can't win at home, one team that wins on the road. We know how hard it is to win on the road, not for Dallas. So why wouldn't Dallas win? This one's too easy, right? I'm sure there'll be maybe a Ranger or two in the chat. I'm going to look at the total because it seems too easy here with the Stars. Eventually, right? Eventually, they've got to keep winning here, it feels like. But anyway, we just had an injury update. Appleton's going to be out for the Red Wings here tonight. That's moving the line possibly back a little bit in Boston's favor again. But let's see what you have here in this one with Dallas taking on the Rangers. I think I'll probably go to the total here. I'm not saying that I'm not picking it because still only $1.35 here. In fact, it's down to $1.28 offshore, $1.24 in a sharp brick and mortar book. So maybe there is some action here on the Rangers coming in, but I'm going to play the total, I think, in this one, given the stats that I just gave out. And maybe you guys still want to do it. We've been doing it all season long, right? Fade the Rangers at home. Go with the road team, even if they're just kind of mediocre. And here you got a road team that's 9-1. So why wouldn't you? It's what feels like to me. All right, I'm going over here in this one with the Stars and the Rangers tonight. Give me the over here. But I better listen to you guys in the chat and see what you got. All right, here we go. Stars and Rangers. Greg says take Dallas. And Cash Kane's on the Rangers here. 9 Legacy, Rangers money line. I see it here. Cash Kane was Rangers puck line, by the way. Cash Kane loves the over. He says goals, goals, goals. Yeah. Robert's on the under here. And more Rangers puck line anyway, but still Rangers. Greg says he got 4-1 Dallas. All right. Well, that'd be a loser on my total. Cash Kane's on the says the under's too easy here. And Cocaine Bear likes Zabinajad to score. I'm going to take the over. Leafs on the road, taking on the Panthers here in this one. And let's see here. We've got Bobrovsky is confirmed in goal here for the Panthers. 10-7, 2.87 goals against, 88% save percentage here in this one with the Panthers, $1.65 here over Toronto right now. It's gone down, I think. I'm going to call it $1.50. Maybe they've taken the Leafs here a little bit. Total 6.5 under 15 or so. Okay, there we go. With the Leafs here, having won 2 of their last 3 with wins over Columbus and Pittsburgh, sandwiched a loss to Washington on the road. Toronto just 3-7 on the road this season. 1-6 as an underdog this season for the Maple Leafs. Meanwhile, for Florida here, they are 8-5 at home so far this season. Toronto's 18-7 to the over, 7-3 to the over on the road, and 5-2 to the over as a dog. Florida, meanwhile, 13-8 to the over as a favorite. The widely reported steam did come in on the over here, right? While we were on the air, we had a hockey move there, and look, I don't disagree with it. I want to take the over here in this one. Give me the over tonight with Toronto and Florida. I think Toronto. Look out. Toronto team total over, anybody? Let's see what you got in the chat. All right. Right, Ken says Appleton affects the line. I don't know. It moved like 4 cents on the information that came out. Maybe it was just a regular old move. You're right, Ken.
Steam play.
We got steam move coming in here right now. Let me get this one. We already talked about the Charleston Southern Tennessee Martin game, but the steam is coming in on the under right now in that one with Charlie Southern and Tennessee Martin. It was 149. It was built up a little bit from 148, but it's getting hit here down lower now. In this one, it's down to 147 with Charleston Southern and Tennessee Martin steam to the under here in that game. It starts in 37 minutes. Right now, halfway through the first half, with George Washington leading Army 18-16. All right, and we got a few more plays from you guys in there. Bars on the over here with Toronto and Florida. Greg likes it 5-2. Oh, wow, he's got a big-time Florida win here. And Cash Kane says Islanders money line and Rangers over. That's what he likes as his top plays here. And Timmy Chushu likes Marchand, anytime goal. Robert likes the over here with me in this one. Oh, boy. These are the 2 worst teams in the league, according to most folks, but they still have combined 17 wins this season. Calgary 14-4. They've actually won, I think, 3 of their last 5. Nashville, meanwhile, has won 2 of their last 3. So these are still recognized as the bottom teams in the league, but got Nashville coming in here 4-3 as a favorite. We'll give them that. And Calgary 7-16 as an underdog, but usually it's a little bit different on the price anyway of it. Here, Calgary on the road, just an even money proposition pretty much. The teams met back on November 25th. It was 4-2. Nashville got the win in that one. Nashville's lost 12 of their last 16. They've lost 6 of their last 7 at home, but Nashville has won 10 of the last 15 meetings between the 2 teams. Calgary has won 4 of their last 6. They've gone over in 6 of their last 8 and over in 5 of their last 6 on the road. Meanwhile, Nashville's gone over in 4 of their last 5. 6 of the last 9 meetings between these 2 teams here in Nashville have gone over. Calgary 17-10 to the over this season, 12-5 to the over on the road, and 15-8 to the over as a dog. Let's hear from you in the chat in this one. Calgary and Nashville in the ugly game of the day. But hey, it's not like an NBA game where the teams have 2 wins, right? Here we go with the chat. I think Mike might be on the over here. Ken's on the under. Robert on the Flames, money line here. And Preds here for Mike. And Robert is Robert Dixon. Nice to see Robert Dixon today. Thank you, Robert. Good to see you there. And for me, I'm going to take Calgary here on the road at even money. Give me the Flames in this one. I'm with Robert. I'm with the Roberts today. All right, we got a few more. We're cooking here towards the end of the show. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here on the morning steam. Still got a few games left, though, for sure. Vancouver is on the road taking on the Avalanche. The Avalanche of wins here. Avalanche currently coming in. They're only 18-1-6 so far this season. Vancouver 10-13-3 coming in. Colorado with a win. They blasted Montreal 7-2 last time out, following their loss to Minnesota. Still, Colorado's undefeated at home this season at 10-0, 10-0-1 to be official. 10-0-2, 10-0-2 officially for Vank here. They are 7-6-2 on the road so far this season. Vancouver still 18-8 to the over. They've been a big time over this season, but man, how are they going to score here tonight against old Wedgwood? It feels like Wedgwood's only 13-1-3. Doesn't matter who's in there, it feels like. These two teams met back on November 9th. It was 5-4. Colorado got the win on the road. And man, a $3 favorite here. At least it was a 1-goal game in that one. And I don't know. See what you got here. Colorado 14-10 as a puck line favorite. And Vancouver 11-7 as a puck line underdog here. But I can hear from you in the chat. This is a tough one because of the big line here, but makes it a pretty much a even proposition, a pick 'em proposition on the puck line here. So we've got here we go. Ken says I got under in all the Flames games. And Cash King says you don't have to bet everything. And Timmy says Forsberg to score. Cash King on the Cash King says you don't have to bet everything. Give me the Canucks plus 2.5. Mike says he'll try Vancouver in this one. Yeah, boy. You know what? I mean, and good news. Oh, man, Justin, if you're still out there, he might have went over to his show, but he had the right call. Peterson, he's upgraded to questionable, but to me that speaks volumes here right now. Let's see if the Kansas line is moving here, because remember what we said. We said, you might want to take Kansas now because Justin's got that info. I haven't been able to check it out, but Justin's not going to lead us astray. So obviously the move kind of or the information came out, but let's see if the line's moving here at all in the Kansas game because of that right now. It's still 1.5 for Connecticut, but we'll see, because I think that's pretty promising news there. Okay. And let's see here. Vancouver here for Cash Cane, maybe. Canucks team total over. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right. Let me make a call here on this one with the Canucks and this big price here today, but I'm going to take Vancouver in this one. I'll do it with you. Give me Vancouver on the puck line, even against the mighty Avalanche here. I will take the Canucks on the puck line. The Wild are on the road taking on the Oilers here, the inconsistent Oilers. You got the Wild coming in here with Wallstedt. He is confirmed in goal here for Minnesota today. Wallstedt coming in with 7-0-2 record, 1.93 goals against, 94% save percentage. Wow. And Minnesota has points in 11 straight games, going 9-0-2 in their last 11, thanks to Wallstedt here for sure. Last 6 games, he has 3 shutouts and a 6-0 record in his last couple of starts. And they're an underdog here to Minnesota, to Edmonton in this one. So kind of interesting there for sure, right? I mean, Wallstedt and Minnesota red hot here right now. Why wouldn't they take this one anyway? But let's see what you have in this game here with Minnesota. They won 7 of their last 8 overall, 4 of their last 5 on the road. Edmonton has dropped 4 of their last 6. 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two have gone over. Edmonton's gone over in 6 of their last 7 and 8 of their last 6 of their last 7 at home and 8 of their last 12 overall. Although Minnesota's an under proposition right now, going under in 8 of their last 12 games coming in. So see what you got here with these two. This is probably the toughest one. I'm going to go to the total here, I think, in this matchup. And I think for me, look, still got Vancouver, all those overs, right? And even though Colorado is mostly an under team at home, the scoring is a little bit higher. And I'm sorry. Let me get the right game here. Don't want to give out the premiums there. All right, let me correct myself here with Minnesota and Edmonton. Just too many games. Edmonton here, 7-2 at home to the over, 7-2 and 7-2 to the over here at home. I'm going to take the over. I just better get on here. Oh, that's what I wanted to look at. So 6.5 is the total. Mostly there's 6 over 15s out there. So I'll give out the over. You grade me at 6.5 if you want, but I'll be taking over 6 and on with the juice. Give me the over tonight. Minnesota and Edmonton. I think this is the bottom of the confidence meter here right now. All right. A couple more here. We got the Blackhawks taking on the Knights. The Knights both teams were on big losing streaks here until the last game. Golden Knights got a win over San Jose. They didn't even look very good in that game. They've been struggling for sure. And the big news is right here with Carter Hart. I don't think he's totally been confirmed in goal here just yet, but everybody's talking about this as being the game where Carter Hart makes his debut here for the Golden Knights, get the call up here and make the start here tonight against Spencer Knight and the Blackhawks here. So Blackhawks, meanwhile, up a win over Anaheim. They too were on a losing streak here of late. Vegas 11-6-8, Chicago 11-9-5. I know Chicago's been going downhill here a little bit for sure after looking pretty decent early on. It's kind of catching up with them here. Feels like a little bit anyway. But you got another $3 favorite here in this one. So can we really take another big underdog here, or do you think Vegas with Carter Hart in there? Knight has the experience. Carter Hart really. They got whatever you want to say about them. They label someone controversial, yet you're not guilty. Aren't you not controversial anymore? I know where there's smoke, there's fire, but hey, bottom line is they were found not guilty. Mercer taking some steam here right now in their matchup against Georgia State. Mercer was a 10.5 point favorite, but they took some steam here up to 11.5, or I think maybe even 12 here with Georgia State and Mercer. Call it 11.5. Steam came in on the Mercer Bears. All right. Chicago and Golden State probably going to have me looking at the total here in this one with this big price, I think, here tonight. Give me the under in this one. We'll see what Carter Hart has to offer. I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this first game for Carter Hart. And, we'll see. He's not the starter, or he is tonight, maybe. Not confirmed yet, but he's going to be the backup here, getting called up here for the Golden Knights. All right, here we go with. Let's see. We had some wild talk in there, and wild. Let's see here. Trying to find the Vegas game from you guys. There's Cash Kane. He'll take Vegas puck line, hand the under. But Ken says take the Hawks outright. Cash Kane's looking forward to it. Yeah, I think it's something to look forward to. Yeah. Hawks finally won one, says Seth. Mr. Weskers, hello. Nice to see Mr. Weskers in there. And Timmy says Hawks team total over in this one. Okay. And hey, I've made it to the end here, right? One more with my Kings at home, taking on Washington, and the show's going to be over here. So you got the Caps here, even money right now against the Kings. Total here looks like 5.5 over at -115. Washington's 15-9-2. The Kings are 12-6-7 coming into this one. Washington's won 4 straight here with wins over Columbus, Winnipeg, Toronto, and the Islanders. They've really looked good over the last couple of games. And in this win streak, Kings, meanwhile, have won 2 of their last 3. Man, they're playing 1-goal games like nobody's business. Talk about the Kings, kind of the kings of the overtime, right? They've had a lot of overtime games, a lot of 1-goal games this season, and it's a close rated game here with Kings just $1.20 in this matchup. I'm going to probably look to the total here between these two, but let me know what you have in this one with the Kings at home here taking on Washington. Washington's won 7 of their last 8 coming in. They beat the Kings in 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams, and 7 straight meetings between these two teams have gone under, even though they meet just twice a year. Kings have gone under in 5 of their last 7, and they've gone under in 5 of their last 6 games at home. Well, let's hear from you in the chat. It feels like an under here, the way things are going. I'm just going to take the under in this one. And let's see what you got. And then the show's over. We'll do the drawing. Tommy says cap to Caps. Didn't we already? Or he's taking the Caps. Ken says what we all are thinking, right? 2-1 overtime. Well, I don't know if the Kings will win tonight, man. Caps are playing well. All right, 3-1 somebody. All right, I guess that's it for the hockey. That's it for the Morning Steam Show. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here on the show. Hey, you can get more picks from me today. In fact, I got some picks up there right now. If you go to winnable.com/Ramon, sign up for the free. I got one free pick up there. If you're not on the free picks, at least you should be. I had some winners there yesterday with the free picks. I have one up there right now, and I also have a 7-pack of paid picks over there at winnable.com/Ramon. You go to my winnable page. It kind of looks just like this there, and you got the subscriptions here as well. Like I said, choose the 1-month option. Let's see here. Choose the 1-month option at $19.95. You choose your Apple Pay right there. I'll put on an extra day, and you'll be getting the plays from me here. But hey, I'm going to do the drawing here right now and award someone a subscription. Let's do it. Let's hear from Mikey.
Hey, it's Mikey Money here, letting you know the Sports Money team is live on Winnable. Come check out our best bets.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays, and they're sent right to your phone right when we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess. Don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, let's do that drawing right now and see who's going to win a free subscription here. 33 of you commented today. Good luck. You got 9 Legacy in there. You got Damon. You got Real Cocaine Bear. You got SF Niner. You got Ken Mizrahi. You got Nuke Worker. You got SF Niner. All right, SF Niner, great to have you win. Hopefully you'll take up my offer. Use the promo code WINNER at checkout. I think you didn't do it before, but if you want to, it's okay. You can pass it along to somebody as well. And we've got a great show. Thank you, everybody. It'll be a great night of sports betting here. Don't forget, coming up in just 18 minutes right here on the Sports Money Network, it'll be the debut of this week's episode of VB MMA Picks. So check it out. I'll try to get in there and answer any questions. Mike likes when we do that, but we're working on some plays and other stuff too here. So get ready for this weekend's card on Saturday night. It's the last pay-per-view event in UFC history, as they'll move to Paramount Plus next season. So got main event here this week with Merab Dvalishvili and Peter Yan. The second time they've met, of course. Also, other good fights here on the card, including another title bout on the co-main. So we previewed 3 fights. Make sure you join us here on VB MMA Picks, and that comes up here at the top of the hour on the Sports Money Network. Thank you for joining me here, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with more Morning Steam. And don't forget, Mikey Money also brings us a primetime action at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific here on the Sports Money Network with pre-gaming. All right, that's going to do it. Appreciate everyone, and get you back here tomorrow for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott.
That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.